Hey everybody, I'm here with Ivana and it's almost weekend, so we are very happy that you are here with us. So, hi Ivana.
Hi, Bernadette. Thank you for having me here.
I have
It's
the
nice.
feeling that I didn't talk to you for so long. I don't know, the week's flying and there's so much to do, right?
Yes, definitely. The time is going by so fast. I can't believe that it's almost October.
I
So
know.
crazy.
Yeah,
hmm
it is. I know it's Christmas. So, but it's a great season. I really love it. And yeah, I'm just back on the desk, as you know. And there was so much going on. We are having such a great luxury weeks coming on. So yeah, I'm very happy to be honest.
Yeah, lots of exciting things. You have to tell me a little bit more about cons and how that went when you went on
Oh
your trip.
God, if even the word, it's like falling in love. Gone. It's so beautiful that you have this road trip through south of Europe and you see, I mean, I can actually smell the lavendel. I couldn't because it's September, but in a way, in your head, like, wow, it's so beautiful. But yeah, the yard festival, Cannes Yard Festival was great. It's so well organized there. And I was also surprised because it was a great event, a busy event. It was in the same week that I heard that Design Shanghai had to cancel their trade show. So because of
Mhm.
Corona, and I thought, wow, that's a big thing. But nothing like that with Cannes Yard Festival. It was
Was it
busy,
a good turnout?
amazing. They were like 65 boats, and some boats were like
Wow.
45 meters. Do you even?
Wow.
I don't even know how I can subscribe how long that is, but that was really big. Lots and lots of exhibitors. The water is blue, the sky is blue, the sun is shining. I don't have to tell you. But what I just say one thing. What I liked about Cannes this time, because I thought, what's different? Remember, we had that topic, in the fall, saying before and after Corona kind of topic. And one of the things I was there, I was looking for something what was different after Corona. And to me, that was that they have a green route, as they call it. And it's called, the green route is actually um, highlighting boats, designs, and technique that's a very eco high performance solution, or it's a good fit for the green transition. And so they have like a route you can just walk from boat to boat. Sometimes you can see it on the boat. There's a lot of wood, and they have different things to show in
hmm
the green. The green.
Interesting. I've never even heard of that before.
No, and I thought it was a great idea. And also, what I'm just the last thing I'm going to tell about it. But they had a great show also about luxury goods. And it was all the materials were so weird. They had, for example, art with lava stone from Sicilia, from the volcano. They had it directly
Wow.
from Sicilia. Yeah, it was amazing. It was
Wow.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and the woman came. She said, "Yeah, I live there. It's amazing." And the other one I really liked also was, for example, bags were now with wood, which is also very eco to me. And I thought, do I like this? But it was beautiful. Really, it was really,
Wow.
yeah, it was really unusual. So,
Very trend setting over there, of course, and like
yeah,
in France.
and
I would never think of that with wood.
I talked to also some great parties because I want to have a luxury week. Next year in 23, I'm going to have a luxury week in Cannes. So yeah, I'm going to share how we're doing there, but very excited to be honest. But the reason also what I was very surprised about, because after Corona and after we are September, we're going again. I find out that within a study they did with Bain and Company, the consultancy will do kind of studies, that luxury market was growing in 2022 despite inflation and despite the war. They made a huge sale, and I was very surprised by that because I thought, luxury market, is that still on? I mean, is this growing or
Yeah, that is
small?
fascinating. And
Yeah.
so, and what did it say?
Well, it said that the global luxury market grew by nearly one third of 288 billion euros last year, this year, to 198 billion euro this year. So it's like 100 billion euro difference. That's a lot.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though, I mean, and it's all luxury goods, shoes, fashion, accessories. So it's amazing, especially with the
Yeah.
invasion of Ukraine and the inflation. I do think that in Europe that's more important, that whole war of Ukraine, than it might be in Canada, USA, or Australia, or China. But here it's a very big deal. So yeah, that was.
Well, no, it's a very big deal here too. Like it's been a big deal in the US as well. But I agree with you. You know what? It's interesting because like when you think of just Luxury Week and the growth, um, it is actually fascinating that there's been that much growth considering all these factors. And then you think about also the shifts that are happening. And just one of the interesting things that I read too, like luxury companies in the past, like Prada and other luxury goods, they actually they shied away from advertising online because of preserving the brand and the reputation of the brand and how it is perceived. And that is actually something that's also now shifted as well during this time too. Yeah, so that's actually a new trend as well.
I think actually they should be, because how they now they are this type, everything is remote, everything in a distance. I mean, commerce, etc., etc. So you probably have to promote also online. You have to show you have to have that visibility. So I feel that that's a good turn of events, right? Especially for us.
Definitely.
We have all these magazines, and we want
It's
people
definitely beneficial for us.
come on board. So Prada, if you're listening, come on board. We have something to offer. Yeah, that would be nice.
As we're speaking about it, actually, I see a Prada advertisement right now that popped up.
Oh, really?
On my
listening. It must be somebody listening with us. Yeah, no, and I think some different ways in investing lately also. I know I once in a while I'm checking out. I mean, there's a new age, so I think like, okay, what's the best thing to invest? And I'm gonna see some reports. I had one from Reddit. And of course, cryptos are very important in the investments, but also they're still talking about gold as a good investment. And I never expected, to be honest, I thought gold, I thought that's like old-fashioned kind of thing. So I was wrong.
I've seen that popping up too. A lot of people, different followers that I'm actually, well, actually followers that I'm following. They're not my followers, but they're talking about gold as well and investing in gold. And there's actually been some advertisements about that and where you should invest for gold. So yeah, it's interesting. Really. But I feel like with gold though, and correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that because crypto it has become a little bit of like, there's a lot of skepticism as well with crypto at some point.
The big question, I saw it in an article about NFTs, the organization where you can sell, for example, art, and then you get huge amount, and then it's in cryptos. But on top of that article, it says money or hype. So that's the big crypto. Is it money or hype? I'm probably old-fashioned, but I think if it's all on the internet and it's all digital and you cannot touch it, I just want to have the paper in my hand, I guess. I see it. I want to have things, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but it's definitely interesting. So, did you see something also from the stocks world where you are interested in? I assume that you also have a plan.
Well, just looking at some of the trends currently that are going on, and I was actually following up on. So just like with MGM Resorts International, the stock has gone up, and so they say year to date there's 23%. Sorry, I apologize. The total annual return is 65.5%. As of just recently. So, it's just interesting as we talk about like EuropeanLife and we talk about luxury, and our focus lately has really been with resorts, and it's interesting just when you think about, MGM too. So where to invest. So another interesting one too, actually, kind of off theme from what we were talking about with like, luxury goods and everything, but Walt Disney actually has dropped tremendously by 29%.
Really? And I thought Disney was, well, at least his channel was doing better than Netflix. They were like rolling in. You know,
Actually, it's the opposite. Yeah, I think it's because Netflix is a rival. So I think that's why it's dropped tremendously. So that was interesting to see. I thought it would be the opposite of that too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Mhm.
Maybe Christmas when everybody's looking. No, I think too small. But yeah, no, I don't know why actually. I don't know why.
Yeah, it would be interesting to look into that.
To be honest, I'm not very familiar with the stock markets, but I have to say I'm with the whole investing thing. I was wrong all along for a long time. I thought, you have to buy houses and you have to buy land, and that's great investments. Well, probably that's old fashioned too. But and then I saw with Reddit they had like a list of the best investment apps according to Reddit. I think, okay, I'm gonna give it some time. So I'm not going to talk about it in this podcast, but next time I'm going to see if I can see what kind of apps, what kind of investment apps we are talking about. It might be interesting to see or to try one, see if we can make some money on the show. You're just going on the podcast.
Next time we'll update the show what we made or what we lost.
Yeah, we're gonna have some money in the show. We're gonna do some shopping for Christmas. I would like that actually. Well, what I'm actually hoping is that we will be in Cancun on December and maybe also Christmas because we have the luxury week there with Cancun International Boat Show. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's exciting.
I can definitely use some cash if I'm gonna do shopping in Cancun.
Yeah.
You probably
so we have to make smart investments. We have to stay close to this and see what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. So you keep your eye on the stocks. I'm going to keep my eye on the investment apps, and we can see if we can do some kind of investors deal and make some money together. That would be fun.
Definitely. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. And you know what? Sorry, I wanted to share with you another one too. Do you know Roomba?
No.
Have you heard of Roomba? Roomba is like that little iRobot. So Roomba, I think it's like actually they created that little like electric vacuum. It's like a little robot vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amazon is actually going to be buying it. They're going to buy Roomba, the maker of the iRobot, for $1.7 billion. So that should be very interesting. I'm like, maybe that's what.
Price, they probably can drop the price. If Amazon is buying it, I think it would be fair is Amazon drop the price big time, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bet you anything I wonder if that was dropped, but it's just interesting. You have to think about with robotics and automation and everything that's going on these days and the big shifts in technology and it's interesting. I'm always interested what Amazon is doing as well, since they're so huge. So
yeah, and also what they do behind the scenes, because I bet that half of the people don't even know that they're buying these kind of brands. They are big. It's probably they own the half of the world. So yeah, wherever you are here in Spain, I mean, you have a lot of villages that. Well, I think nobody's living there. Well, probably there are, but I don't see them. And then there's always this big buzz of Amazon going through. Like, what? Amazon is here, Coca-Cola and Amazon, they are always there. And so they are probably bigger than we think. And maybe I think it's a good investment. So yeah, well, we have to figure out more about that. Maybe we can do something one time in the podcast about secret deals, with companies we all know, but know that we don't know what they're buying and what they own, that's fascinating.
That's actually a really interesting topic. I actually really like that idea too. That's a really great one. Another one, though, sorry, I want to quickly, if you don't mind, mention this one too. So PayPal, the stock is actually down 49%, which really shocks me because 49%. And you would think PayPal, out of all things, especially with like the trends of everyone buying online and, that would not be the case. And I'm just shocked over the fact that it's 49%. So I just wanted to mention that.
No reason why they dropped so much? I mean, is it not safe, or did something happen with PayPal?
No, that's the thing. It's like it doesn't actually go into detail, but I'm definitely going to look into that. So try to have an update on that one for next podcast. So
definitely
fascinating.
Well, I'm also like to know about a little bit more about NFT. I'm fascinating because I make a little bit art of myself. Okay, I'm just an amateur. I already told you I wanted to be a designer, but I was not good enough. So
I'm sure you're being modest.
Enough. No, good. But now I do my own little thingy, and I'm happy with it, but it's not on a very high level. But I think you have platforms where you can sell that art and then you get cryptos. And I think that's fascinating. I want to try it. I thought I'm going to just take 2 of my art pieces and I'm going to put it on there. So I already asked my son, who is a little bit more technical than I am. He's also on that platform. So I told him, okay, well, you put it on and you can have a 20% commission if you sell, something like that. So, yeah, but I was because what I heard was that there are companies who are all built on that all NFT platform. They say, okay, you know, we have artists making art and the crypto is coming in and that goes to a company and then they have kind of a whole new way of doing business. And I thought that was very interesting as well. See if we can find new interesting ways of doing business. That's something I'm really interested in. You know, maybe we are too in what we do now.
I am. Definitely. And I've seen actually that as well, where people are promoting their art and linking it to NFTs as well. So
that would be great. Okay, you guys, there are too many topics for us, but I really would like your help. So if there's anybody out there who knows so much about investing apps, in stocks, or making money on a very weird way, you know, you have to share that with us because we have to know, I think. So if you know anything about it, send us an email. It's podcast@EuropeanLifeMedia.com. And we take every email serious. If you're interesting, you have a story, and we think it's very interesting, we will definitely invite you to our podcast and have a great podcast with you. So all of you, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to hear from you. And I think that next time we can do a sort of giveaway, you know, see if we can have a sort of contest and then giving some free exposure, having them on the magazine or maybe on the website, and it's fun. So
yeah, definitely. That's exciting to all the viewers or listeners out there to keep that in mind.
So everybody, just send us an email and get to us. Go to our website, www.EuropeanLifeMedia.com. And for now, I wish you all a great weekend and love to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening today. Please subscribe and share this podcast. Do you have a question or a story to share? Please find us at podcast@EuropeanLifeMedia.com.